Yes children, hello. How are you? कैसे हैं आप सब? In our last module, we have seen spherical mirrors, that is concave mirror and convex mirror. Their reflecting surface are in opposite directions. Is that clear? You know what is concave mirror, what is convex mirror. You have seen the teaspoon at your home. Is it something like this? It is a concave, here is a convex. Okay, now today we are going to see what is the principal focus and focal length of a concave mirror. Principal focus and focal length of a concave mirror. Principal focus and a focal length of a concave mirror we are going to see. For that, dear children, I am drawing a diagram. This is our concave mirror, sir. This is our aperture. This is our pole. And this is our principal axis. When the parallel rays are coming from infinity, these are the parallel rays are coming from infinity, falling on this surface. Then after reflection, the reflected rays are meeting at a point here. The reflected ray are meeting at a point. This point is called principal focus. This point is called principal focus. These are the incident parallel rays. These are the incident parallel rays. These are the reflected rays. These are the reflected rays. This is focus, and here it is the center of curvature. This line is called principal axis. This line is called principal axis. This point is called principal focus. This is a point called pole. The distance from the pole to the focus here, this is the pole, here is the pole. This distance is called focal length. So draw the diagram. What is going on here? This is a very simple diagram. A ray parallel to the principal axis after reflection meet at a point F. So what is the definition here? What is the principal focus of a concave mirror? See the figure, and I can say, dear children, the principal focus of a concave mirror, it is a point on the principal axis of the mirror at which the ray of light incident on the mirror in a direction parallel to the principal axis. These are the lines. Parallel to the principal axis actually meet after reflection from the mirror. This is a point, and this point is called principal focus, and the distance in between P and F pole and focus. The principal focus of a concave mirror is represented by a capital letter F. You can see here. So parallel rays falling on a concave mirror get reflected and meet actually at F of a concave mirror. It is a real point. Lies always in front of a concave mirror. It is clear? Draw the diagram. And then we can say, dear children, when the rays are parallel to the principal axis, will definitely meet at a focus. So in conclusion, I say focal length of a concave mirror, it is the distance of principal focus of the mirror from the pole P. This is called focal length. This is called focal length. It is represented by a letter F. So the distance PF here is called focal length of a concave mirror. This concave mirror converges. This concave mirror converges, here you can see, converges the parallel beam of light falling on it. So it is also called converging mirror. This can also called converging mirror. It is clear? Yes, sir. This is converging mirror. Similarly, we can see for a convex mirror. Now we are talking about principal focus and focal length of a convex mirror. We are talking about for convex mirror. Okay, you know very well. Again, this is principal axis. Here it is a convex mirror. This is our convex mirror. It is a pole. A parallel beam of light is coming from infinity. Yes, sir, we have seen in earlier. These rays gets deflected. Yes, sir, like this. Here. Then the proceed backward. Here. Here is a point F. It is called principal focus. It is called principal focus. This is principal axis. This is principal axis. These are reflected rays. These are reflected rays. Here is a point P called pole. The distance from the pole to the principal focus is called focal length. These are the incident parallel rays. Incident parallel rays. Here. Draw the figure. This figure is for convex lens, convex mirror. These are straight lines. Here. Now, so the principal focus of a convex mirror is a point. Principal focus is a convex mirror is a point. You can see here on the principal axis of the mirror, from which a rays of light incident on the mirror in a direction parallel to the principal axis. This is appears to diverge. It will appears to diverge. It is not real. It will appears to diverge after reflection from the mirror. That's why we are using here a dotted line. So focal length of a convex mirror, it is the distance from the principal focus of the mirror from the pole. So the distance from pole to focus is called focal length. So I can write PF is called focal length. Okay, this is the focal length. The convex mirror diverges the parallel beam of light. It is diverges, it is going out. It is diverges the parallel beam of light falling on it. So it is called diverging mirror. It is called diverging mirror. Write down. The relation in between the focal length here and radius of curvature. You have to remember this formula here. Focal length is equal to R by 2. The derivation of this formula is not in this class. Just to remember that the radius of curvature is just double to that of focal length. The focal length is equal to R by 2. This formula is valid for both concave mirror and convex mirror. Is it clear? So write down this formula. Now we are going to see sign convention for this type of mirrors. So we are going to see, first to draw this. Now, see here the sign convention. It is very important for doing calculation of our numericals. Sign convention, we are going to see sign convention of a spherical mirror. Sign convention of a spherical mirror. Spherical mirror. This is our article. For that, first I will draw the diagram. Suppose this is our principal axis. This is our concave mirror. This is our concave mirror, this is our principal axis. Suppose here is our object A and B. Upward height, this is upward. Upward height is always taking as a positive, upward height. Direction of incident light. Direction of incident light is this one. Here is the image, that is say A dash B dash. Here is the image. Here is the object. It is downward height. This is downward height. That will be taken as a negative. Here is the negative. Direction of incident light. Now, this is pole. Distance along incident light. Here is the distance along incident light. That will be taken as a positive. Distance against the incident light. distance against the incident light, that is negative. Here it is our aperture mm dash. Draw the figure, then I will explain all the sign convention. Again I am telling, it is the upward side that will be positive, downward height that will be negative. The direction of incident light is this one. If you are measuring in this direction, that will be positive. If the distance against the incident light, that will be negative. Draw the figure. Then we are going to see 5 different rules. What is that? In this ray diagram, of a concave as well as for convex spherical mirror, we use the new Cartesian sign convention. It is called new Cartesian sign convention for both the mirrors. Remember it. Sign convention for measuring various distances. All the distances should be measured from pole. It is the first. So according to this new sign convention, the principal axis of the mirror is taken along x-axis of the rectangular coordinate system, and pole P of the mirror is taken as the origin. This pole P will be taken as a origin, starting point है ये. And principal axis of the mirror is taken along x-axis. This is the principal axis. This is first. This is the first convention. The object is taken on the left side of the mirror. Write down, the object is taken. The object is taken on the left side of the mirror. On the left side of the mirror. The object is taken on the left side of the mirror. Light is incident on the mirror from the left hand side. Here you can see all the distances parallel to the principal axis of the spherical mirror are measured from the pole P of the mirror. Next convention is all the distances parallel to the principal axis of the mirror, principal axis of the spherical mirror, all the distances parallel to the principal axis of the spherical mirror are measured from the pole of the mirror. It is clear? Now, the next one is the distance measured in the direction of incident light. The distance measured here. If you are measuring the distance from here to here, if you are measuring in this direction, that will be positive. The distance measured in the direction of the distance measured in the direction of incident light. Direction of incident light are taken as positive. Are taken as positive. Are taken as positive. This is fourth one. Then the distance measured in a direction opposite to the incident. The distance measured in the direction opposite to the incident light. Opposite here. Suppose here is the object. Direction of incident light is this one. We are measuring in this direction. So the focal length of a concave mirror is negative here because we are measuring in the opposite direction. So distance measured in the direction opposite to the incident light are taken as negative. These 2 points are very, very important. If you are measuring the direct distance in the direction of incident light, that is positive. And if you are measuring the distance in the direction opposite to the incident light, are taken as negative. Yes, sir. Nice. The distance measured in a direction opposite, that is negative. Then the height upwards here. The height upwards measured above the x-axis perpendicular to the principal axis. It is perpendicular to the principal axis. Or upward, it is positive. These are taken as a positive. The upward height, write down the upward height is taken as positive. This you can see, object. The height measured downward below the x-axis and perpendicular to the principal axis. It is also perpendicular to the principal axis. The height measured downward, that is negative. Yes, sir. So these are the new sign convention, Cartesian sign convention. As we have studied here just now, it is very important for image formation of a concave mirror, convex mirror, for numerical point of view. Okay, this is all about today's module. In our next module, we have to see some more articles. Bye.